Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly shadow work advice and guidance. There we go. I don't know what word I was trying to have come out there. Anyway, let's see what's going on. What do we need to know going forward this week? What's hidden from us and what do we do about it, right? So if you're new here, shadow work is all about integrating the light and the dark aspects of who we truly are. And by embracing those, honoring those hidden aspects of us and integrating them into the light, we become our most authentic version of ourselves, and we thoroughly will grow and glow. All right, so Spirit is giving me a channeled song. I think, don't quote me on this, I'd have to look up who sings it. I'll put it in the comments. I think it's Guns N' Roses, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Now, I have heard that song, but it is definitely not something I listen to on a regular basis. And I'm only hearing those words, every rose has its thorn. So if you feel like that might be another message for you, go listen to it, look up the lyrics. That's usually what happens when I channel a song I've never heard in a long time, that there's usually some sort of message for somebody in it. So what's hidden? What do we need to bring to the light so that we can integrate it this week? We need to honor that we might be making some bad business decisions, or that we've been scammed, or that there has been some sort of business arrangement that did not go according to plan. So acknowledge that. It's okay if you made a mistake. It happens to the best of us. It's how we recover from that. It's the King of Wands. There could be somebody that's in very arrogant energy, somebody that thinks they have all the answers, and yet they really don't. So I feel like we need to be mindful of who we do business dealings with this week, especially, and in the future, and make sure that we're making wise choices. All right, we had 2 cards fly on the floor. We have the 5 of Wands. We're going towards a peaceful resolution to this. I feel like even if this is something that doesn't pan out for you in a positive light, I feel like we're gonna dissolve this business relationship amicably. I feel like we're tired of all of the crazy stuff and the chaos that's been in our life, and it's time to finally make some good choices. And the Knight of Wands. This person has had a lot of growing up to do. I feel like this person could have been somebody that was kind of a live wire, somebody who's a bit of a rebel, somebody who takes action first and thinks about it after the fact. And I feel like this person is starting to see that they need to operate differently, that that's the only way that they're going to get favorable results in the future. What else do they need to know? What's coming forward? Death card. So I love this. We're closing out a painful, difficult cycle in our life in order to actually transform and transition. We must be going towards another retrograde, because I only get this tongue-tied usually when that happens or when I channel really quickly. So there is a cycle that's closing. There is something better that's trying to take its place, something better that's coming in. But we have to close the old to get to the new. So when one door closes, a new one can open. For some of you, you feel like you've maybe missed out on love opportunities. And I feel like Spirit's going to show you that no, you haven't. If you've been doing the work, Spirit's going to reward that. But you have to do the work to get there. It could also be that your primary focus has been on work, and maybe it's been really lackluster. Maybe you haven't been putting quality over quantity, and that's something that needs to change. The hard work has to shine through. I feel like it's time for you to plan or set some goals, and if you haven't been, now is a good time to do that. There's been lots of delays. Spirit's giving you a chance to iron out the details before this ending actually takes place. And I feel like the truth of the clarity is coming in. I feel like some new beginnings are about to take place, and you'll find out you didn't miss out on anything that was truly meant for you. What else do they need to see? All right. So we could have lost a small fortune or a big fortune, hopefully not. I feel like Spirit's going to pay you back times 10. That's interesting. So my guide says tenfold. What was taken from you will be rewarded back to you tenfold. 10 times what was stolen from you will be rewarded to you. So, it could be exponential for some of you. The 10 of Pentacles is usually seen as ultimate wealth, abundance, happiness, and success. Generational wealth. You could be the cycle breaker in your bloodline that is, set up to be the first millionaire in your family because you're doing the work. to break the cycles. Powerful stuff coming through this week for the collective. It's stirring up a lot of emotions when I read for you guys this week. All right, the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got to let go of the frustrations, and we've got to allow these things to come forward and move. We've got to be brave. We've got to take action where Spirit tells us to. It's time to reclaim our power and let go of the past that's weighing us down, breaking those toxic cycles, reclaiming our power, saying no to temptations, toxicity, and anything that is not for our highest good. And that ushers in change for us in love. I feel like somebody's going to speak up and reveal their feelings. I feel like there's great and major changes that are coming through in the collective during this week and beyond, and that also helps to restore the balance. So dip your toe in the water. You're protected. You're being guided. If you feel called to make a move, make sure you got a plan in place and then do what you feel you need to do. But it all starts with you. You've got to see the fear for what it is. You've got to face your own reflection in the mirror, and you've got to acknowledge what isn't work, what is broken, so that you can actually make changes to fix it. And you've got to make a conscious choice. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to choose yourself in a situation, especially if there aren't any other clear options. You also have to cut out the things that don't serve your highest good. But then once you've done those things, are you open to new possibilities, or are you constantly cutting people's heads off? I feel like for some of you, you are going towards an evolution in a love relationship. I feel like the biggest evolution that we're going to see is that Spirit and Source, God, Creator, is giving us divine wisdom and guidance. Are you tapped in? Are you listening, or are you ignoring? Because we need to be able to hear Spirit in the 5D. And if you can't, you need to start tuning into that. Without that knowledge, I feel like we don't make a lot of forward progress. So talk to Spirit, whatever you happen to give that higher power, the title, God, Source, Spirit, Creator, whatever feels most comfortable for you. That doesn't matter. The energy is all the same. You have to make that connection. It's not about religion. It's not about any of the constraints on us. It is about our evolution as a soul. Spiritually, we're here to grow. We're meant to absorb knowledge. We're here to evolve as a soul, but we're living the human experience to experience all of these things that would not help us grow, shift, and change into our most highest divine being without it. That's why we're here. And if you're part of the collective that's here for the spiritual awakening, you incarnated to learn these things at a soul level. It's a deep message coming through this week. There is an evolution that you are going towards your forever person. I feel like it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of detours along the way, but Spirit's about to reveal to you the truth, the clarity, so that you can make that choice to go towards your happiness, to go towards your person, to go towards the things that fulfill you, not things that drain you. And that's a big, big change that's coming. What else do we need to see, Spirit? Yeah, you've got a choice to make about love, commitment, and relationships this week. Somebody is coming in to offer you their cup of love. They're old-fashioned, they're romantic, they're somebody that wears their heart on their sleeve, and it could be a night and day different if you've been dealing with somebody who's very cold, very abrasive, and very emotionless, or they are unable to express themselves or their emotions. I feel like you're about to meet somebody that is the polar opposite of that, but you've got to let go of the past in order to get there. So, some past things could be coming to the surface this week. Allow the emotions to come up, feel them, release them with love, and that way we can replace them. There is forward progress and movement. You might physically be moving someplace. I feel like you're getting out of conflict and chaos. You're getting out of survival mode. You're finding that peace in your life, that happiness you're looking for, and the love that you crave. It is a wish fulfillment that's coming in. It could be a person. It could be money that's coming in. It could be just, resolving these issues in a peaceful way. And that leads to, let me see, the 8 of Wands, some communication coming in. I do feel like you're going to hear from somebody from your past, but I feel like there's also communication of love coming in this week. So you're going to have a lot of communication going on. I feel like the King of Wands is somebody who's going to help lead you towards your calling and your destiny. There's creative pursuits, creative ventures, some collaboration going on. And then we have some much better business dealings going on. So Hiccups for confirmation. We're going to get out of this toxic cycle one step at a time. We're going to follow source and spirit where they're leading us to all of these glorious new beginnings. What is our final outcome this week? Yep, it's going to happen quickly. Once you make that choice, once you give spirit the green light, all of your manifestations are starting to come in. You doing the work. You being the one who has integrated your light and your dark to stand in your authenticity, to speak from a place of truth. You are manifesting the life of your dreams. It's only going to get better from here. Leave all of the negativity at the door and walk through it to the other side of these beautiful blessings and new beginnings. Have a great week.